Well, I certainly never expected to be making a video like this, but I saw something recently that made me really angry and frustrated, so I've decided to speak on this topic. Here we go. It is already a well-known fact to many of us that entertainment in the West is in ruins. All of the franchises have been taken over by people who don't care about anything but political correctness and social justice activism. These same people are now in the industries that are in charge of bringing Japanese entertainment to the West. It is harder for them to insert their activism into these products because they come from Japan, and so they cannot alter them at the source. They also cannot alter them after the fact, because people would notice a difference between what is available here and what airs in Japan. All they can really do is alter scripts. Most of the time, they leave the English subtitles alone, probably because they know there are people who understand enough Japanese to be able to catch changes to what is being said. But they fuck with the English dubs more often. Many of you no doubt are familiar with a lot of these alterations, but I'm going to briefly mention what I can remember off the top of my head. Probably the most famous example is the English dub for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. In the English sub, Lukua says to Toru that she was getting too many comments, so she tried toning down her skin exposure. Toru then says she should try changing her body next. In the English dub, Lukua says to Toru that those pesky patriarchal demands were getting on her nerves, so she changed clothes. Toru replies, "Give it a week and they'll be asking you to change back." In the English sub for Kaguya-sama Love is War, Season 2, Episode 5, the subtitles in a scene are written to read, "What's with the social distancing?" A very obvious reference to real-world circumstances that will feel awkward and out of place when and if this insanity ever ends. In the anime Prison School, a female student says to a male student in the English subtitles that since she is his superior, he should address her more politely. In the English dub, she asks him if he has a stick up his ass or if he is one of those dumbass Gamergate creep shows. In the anime Skate the Infinity, "All you fools who love skating" in the English sub is changed to "bitches and bros and non-binary hoes" in the English dub. Those are the ones from the recent past that I can remember. But I found out about another one today that was so outrageous it made me angry enough to do this video. The anime is called in English The Duke of Death and His Maid. During a snowball fight, the Duke tries to throw a snowball at the maid. She dodges it, and he says something like, "Is this the Matrix?" This anime takes place in what looks to be the 1800s or somewhere thereabouts. Movies aren't even a thing. Even the manga is sketchy, if I'm being honest. In the manga, he compliments her dodge and asks if they're in some battle manga. Well, they didn't have manga back then either, so I'm not really sure what that is about. The other alterations were one thing, but this one is on a whole different level. Creating subtitles to reference something that the characters would have no knowledge about at all is completely uncalled for and a slap in the face to the customers. It looks like they are now not just trying to push their activism, they are also trying to make stupid changes just for the hell of it, and most likely just to piss people off. There are video game companies as well who do this, but I think the anime examples are enough for the purposes of this video. Right now, these assholes are serving as the gatekeepers for Japanese entertainment. They change subtitles and dub scripts on a whim to push their activism or just to piss off the fans. Even Seven Seas was caught censoring the source material for Mushoku Tensei. Japanese entertainment is either too much for Western Puritans, or they take advantage of the fact that most of us don't speak Japanese to insert their own agendas. This is a PSA to anyone who will listen. that if you take Japanese entertainment seriously, you need to learn Japanese. Now, I know that learning a new language is a daunting prospect, especially when it is a completely alien language, such as Japanese, but it is something you can work on little by little. I recommend using Duolingo and WaniKani. Start with Duolingo. Duolingo is free, and there is an app with obnoxious ads for the phone, or you can use it on your PC with an ad blocker. Alternatively, you can pay for Duolingo and be rid of the ads, plus receive personalized lesson plans. Duolingo will teach you hiragana and katakana, which you will need for using WaniKani, as well as the basics of conversational Japanese. Once you have mastered hiragana and katakana, Duolingo will begin splashing in kanji, which is great, but I really recommend using WaniKani as well to help you understand the kanji more thoroughly. WaniKani is free up to level 3, and then $9.99 thereafter, so you can decide if you like it or not. These are just the resources I use. It may be that you poke around and find others that suit you better, and that's fine. The important thing is that you begin learning. As long as we do not know Japanese, we will be at the mercy of these SJW assholes. Learning Japanese means they can never trick us again, but there is an added benefit as well. Learning Japanese will open up to us the entirety of Japanese entertainment, including the stuff that never gets brought over to the West. Imagine the gems we never hear about because they stay in Japan. We will also be able to import directly and skip the middleman altogether. I hope you guys will join me on this journey to learn Japanese. I believe it is a difficult but necessary measure if we are going to experience Japanese entertainment as it was meant to be. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.